It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show.
G'day there, podcaster. Day 2 of live show. What?
Sorry, mate.
Whoa,
Ben
brought
just
a little
took his belt off.
black leather
Well,
belt.
I took my belt off because we had to get changed to take a quick photo. We had to get like a change of outfit.
Yep.
I don't know why, but I did bring my belt in by accident.
Yep.
And now it's on my chair.
As if Liam does a bad break.
It did remind me though of, I don't know about if you guys did this, but I used to always do this as a kid. Did you
Yeah,
ever do this?
it's good.
Yeah.
You fold it in
Yeah.
half.
Yeah.
I used to love doing that. I don't know why.
Daddy.
There's something satisfying about cracking the leather.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good.
It's not real leather, is it?
It's Aaron Williams. It's real leather.
That's as real as it gets.
I've had this belt since I was 18.
My grandparents used to make belts for Aaron Williams. There you go.
Might have made this one.
That looks a bit new. He made like a lot of Australiana ones. Like he would like so he had leatherwork tools. He would like.
I mean, this would be, if I was 18, this would be 14 years old.
Yeah, no, I'm talking like they were doing this in
Okay.
the 80s sort of thing. They were like,
Yeah.
so it was like their site. He would work at Etza during the week, and then
Oh,
Aaron Williams
wow.
on the weekend.
Moonlighting.
Mate, that's about as South Australian as it gets, don't you
This
reckon?
is unsponsored, but this shows you the quality of an RM's belt. This looks like somewhat of a new belt,
Mm.
but it's not. I've had it
that's
for
old.
years.
Wow, that's the only belt you'll ever need. That's an RM.
Absolutely, mate.
That's a dang RM.
Well, I've got
It's
two
not
belts.
Sponsored.
I've got two belts. I've got this one, and then I've got another belt, which is a bit more of a suit belt. That's a bit thinner. This is quite a thick belt, but it's double-sided, so I feel like a kid when I do it. But at the end, you can like pull the end out and you twist it, the buckle, so it flips.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
one side's brown leather, one side's black leather.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Do you remember that Pac-Man belt I used to wear?
Yes, back in fresh days.
Yeah. And then I also had the Mighty Boosh belt that I wore.
Oh my
Pretty
god.
zany belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a big because my auntie worked at Aaron Williams, so that's where I got this belt from
The
actually.
Longhorns.
But this is like a standard black belt with just a silver buckle. 1 year she got me a big RM's Longhorns like badge, like a cowboy one.
Yeah.
I wore that for a while on the
Didn't
farm.
you have that on
Hell
your
yeah.
car?
I had the bullhorns on the back
The
window.
back.
God
on the
damn,
wheel.
Ben.
Well,
You
it's actually it's a strong brand. I think a lot of
Yeah.
people see the RM Longhorns and they respect it.
Respect it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the sheer contrast between Ben driving around, like, oh yeah, farmer with that on the back, but then also getting out of your car and having a, SpongeBob SquarePants, like,
Yeah.
gloves and
Yeah.
phone case. and
Get a
shit.
man who does you both.
Couldn't
you
put me in a box,
Yeah, I like that. So Huberman, I followed the Huberman. Well, I did what I was going to do, and I did what the Huberman. You know how you said.
Oh, you did the jet lag hack.
So the jet lag hack is you wake up at 4 a.m. and it hurts, and then you
Yep.
just stay up. And I said I was just going to have melatonin and a sleeping tablet.
Yep.
So what happened is I had a melatonin and a sleeping tablet. Woke up at 3 a.m.
Oh.
Not on like purpose. I just did.
Oh, so no alarm.
No, I just couldn't get back to sleep. So
Yep.
I've been up since 3, and then I just felt like shit because I had all this, the groggy sort of sleeping stuff, but I couldn't sleep. It was the worst.
But tonight, hopefully, you'll be tired.
Yeah,
You go to bed and then you wake up at like 6 or
Hopefully-
7 and then you're back into routine.
You know how you normally like, oh yeah, like jet lag. I swear I never used to get it. I feel like I never got it, but it's battering me. The last couple of times, it's just.
Well, you've
not
been
great.
away a lot recently.
I feel like it's like
I've been pinging around a bit.
the most recent trip, and I said this before you got back, and it was true. It's not hard to figure out, but you were buzzing the first day. Second day, you were sloppy. Not sloppy as in
Oh yeah.
performing
No,
bad,
no,
but you were clearly
well,
struggling. because
yesterday
you were
I
tired.
felt like it was just it was weird. It was like I don't know. It was just running off fumes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a great it was a really good sleep though before work yesterday.
Oh.
I'd never woken up with so much cream in my mouth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have a big pie before you go
Wait.
to bed.
No,
What?
just like because I was just like
Because he's a math.
yeah, my mouth was just
What?
white. It was gross.
What do you
It was
mean?
Disgusting. Well, I had to be
Who
fair, I
has
was pretty
that?
hungry, and I was still in holiday mode, so I ordered KFC and had a sleeping tablet, and that Jesus, that is a concoction for the ages.
That's
'cause
one way-
Your
That's-
heart
that's-
would be
Brother,
dying.
That's one way to kill that bug in your guts.
it knocked me for 6. I'm telling you.
Hang on, did you have that yesterday morning?
Yeah, it would have been like 1
1
a.m.
a.m.
yesterday. Yeah.
Oh my god, Liam. Okay.
Not judging me.
I'm not
I fronted up,
Your
told a
heart
couple
would...
of yarns.
Yeah, totally. No, you did great. You did really well. You did really, really well.
Hear that really well. No, I might.
Because we're in Melbourne, obviously, but I'm living in Adelaide now. Back here doing drive. I'm just staying in an Airbnb.
You getting dirty, bit?
Went to the pub.
Oh, yeah.
Got a big steak. Big steak.
Are you like? I know that you love Freddie and Sam obviously so much, but is there a little bit of you that's kind of bachelor lifing and
No,
enjoying
it's
it?
definitely bachelor life where I'm like, I'll go to the pub and get a steak, but then
Yeah.
I just miss them. Like I do
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I would rather be home.
Yeah, right.
'Cause,
I don't know.
just-
By day 4, maybe you'll be meeting up with Liam down the road.
Well, it's just like when they're not around, I just am a bit lost. I'm like, what am I supposed to do now?
Yeah.
Like, I'm so used to being a dad that when I'm not being a dad, I'm like, I just don't
Oh
know
my
what else to
God,
do.
cute.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah,
That's
you
so
feel
lovely.
like you're just. It's very corny, but you feel like you're missing something. I'm like, what am I?
Yeah.
I'm missing something from my life when they're not there
Yeah, I feel the same way at the moment. So yeah,
because of the cat.
yeah. I tried to bring it down, but it is just sad.
Do you think you get a replacement cat? Not a replacement, but like another cat.
Down the line, yeah.
It's too soon to say,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Too soon.
It's too soon. It's a week, an hour ago. So
Oh shit.
yeah,
Wow,
has almost.
fresh.
But no, I get it. I'm like, yeah, definitely missing something.
Did you get a
but it's-
haircut?
I did, yeah.
Hair looks
yeah.
nice.
Looks good.
Thank you. I cried the whole time she was cutting my hair.
Why? Because you're happy or sad?
No, because I was sad.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it was the day after, and she was like, "I'll give you a nice haircut and other things." But yeah, thank you for noticing. I appreciate that. I have some content I wanted to bring because we don't do. Remember, we used to do every week we did Icks,
Mm-hmm.
and we haven't done them for a while.
Mhm.
And I was hoping maybe I could bring them up here
Oh yeah. Well, this is a safe
for a
place.
little, yeah, because I've written a few down.
Mhm.
Is it when guys wake up with creamy white?
Well,
mouth?
that's a new one. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, sorry. Can we circle back to that quickly?
Mm.
So, what is it?
You've never had a mouth so dry that it gets gunky?
No.
Well, sounds like you've never had $60 worth of KFC and a sleeping tablet before.
$60 worth?
Yeah, well, that's including the delivery. And Sarah
Yeah.
had a bit,
Okay.
so it gets up there pretty quick.
So, what is it?
What, you've never... It's just like...
I
well, you
don't-
know how sometimes you'd get, like, sleep in your eye?
Yeah.
It's like the equivalent. Like, you know how some people, they get that little bit of white in the corner of their mouth? They get, like, cotton mouth?
Yep.
And it gets a bit... If someone's nervous on stage,
Yeah.
maybe, and their
Oh
mouth
my
gets
God.
pretty dry.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people in the studio before for interviews, and that's
Yeah,
happened,
with a
and
bit of
that-
cheese, bit of cottage cheese on the side of the mouth. Well, look, if you're completely out of it and you can't breathe through your face, and you've got a fan on full bore next to your head, and you just...
Do you reckon you die?
You're spending like 11 and a half hours like breathing
Do you reckon you
through your
die
mouth.
if you tried the thing people do where it's
Just
obviously
tape the mouth.
they say
Yeah.
it's better for you to breathe through your nose. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But people do tape their mouths shut.
Yeah, no, that
I think
would not
Liam
end
would
well.
die.
I fully can't get in enough air with my mouth shut for sure. So yeah, yeah.
Wow.
No,
So,
yeah.
does Sarah see you in that state?
Oh, I think she was pretty creamed up. To be fair, I mean, as I said, she was eating the same thing with me, and then she was
Yeah.
had the same pill. You know,
Yeah.
it was only
Okay.
half a sleeping pill as well. It's just sort of
Is this melatonin or is it something else?
no. This is just your regular run of the mill sleep pinger.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sarah's the nurse.
Yeah, so it's not natural stuff. It's like knock you out stuff.
No, not at all.
Yeah, yeah,
no.
yeah.
No,
Okay.
you don't believe in the natural stuff. That doesn't work. Oh, just rub some tea,
It's natural. It doesn't.
rub some tea tree oil on my forehead, and that'll beat the jet lag. No, you need something. But we had a quarter last night. Each, we'll just like wean off of it. Just if we do half each, and then just a quarter, and the quarter wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. Got up at 3.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I was so
hopefully-
up. I was like so awake. Like I was
Well-
walking around, just sort of.
Just hold on for another 3 hours.
No, Ben and myself have got a bit of a masterclass to put on tonight at the Australian Radio School. So.
Pop, 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 pop. Inspirational, funny, inspiring.
Top 5 dot points. These are
You
our
don't
rules.
even-
Keeping an eye out for
Radio.
the next generation.
You log on and they ask you questions.
Who's going to win that creativity award that's named after us?
The Ben and Liam Award for, what is it?
Creativity.
Excellence in creativity.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm also doing a radio thing after this.
What are you
actually,
doing?
tonight?
What are you doing?
Is it watching our radio school?
Is it like, yeah, you've signed up for the course under a fake name?
Have the camera and mic off.
Yeah,
Hello.
Gertrude here. She doesn't have camera capabilities on her laptop. She has a question.
No, I'm catching up with my radio boys that are not you guys.
Who? What?
It's where we all combine forces because all of us all work at a different network currently. When
Go
we're
on,
going to
name
get a
them.
drink.
Name and
So
shame.
it's me from Nova. Then you've got Tim, who's at ARN, and then you have James, who's at SCA. And we're getting a drink tonight. So where we all chat radio for a good hour.
I
and
can
it's
throw
just
you a
nerd
link. I
out.
mean, you obviously have to pay for it, but well, we can chuck you a link if you guys want to listen to the.
If you have it in the background.
Shut up.
It's by all accounts, it's
Shut
pretty
up.
inspirational.
It's always nice. Like, I get a little bit emotional at the end when they all cheer and clap.
Yeah. So the last one we did, and it's because it's on Zoom, and so it's hard to see, but I was just sort of seeing shins all of a sudden. A lot of shins. Like one shin, one load of another shin, another shin. And what I realized after a while is that all the children and the adults who do the Australian Radio School were doing Dead Poets Society, and they were standing up on their desks and saying, "Oh,
Yeah.
Captain, my captain.
Yeah.
Oh, Captain, my captain." And let me tell you,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever cried as much. It was emotional. It was
Yeah.
emotional. But sometimes, I suppose, if you feel so passionately about a teacher,
Yep.
that figure in your life, you're like, wow, this has altered the course of
Yep.
my life just from these
You log
words.
in for 1 hour.
Also, just a reminder,
Mhm.
it's more like 40 minutes. Just a reminder, Sean, who runs the school, he just said when you sit down, just make sure you adjust your cameras because sometimes our heads are off
Because we are
camera.
very, very tall.
Just a reminder to
Just sitting
Aim
down
it
is
up.
completely different. Are you doing it straight after the show, or are you doing it late, like normal?
I think it's
Hour.
hour after the show.
Okay.
So the
Hour
show
after
finishes
the
at
show.
6 and then we are on at 7:05.
Which is that awkward time because it's like, do you rush dinner in before? Do you
I'm gonna-
hold out
I'm going back to the same pub to get a steak again.
and before and then
Yep.
going back to
But then you'll be rushed.
No, we'll be rushed. Be
Okay.
perfect amount of time.
Okay.
I had the steak yesterday and I left here a little bit late and I got home at 7:04. So if I get out of here on time, it'll be perfect.
I tell you what, leaving here last night in actual peak hour was hell.
Yeah, we're used
Hell.
to leaving when there's no one on the roads, but yeah,
Oh.
it was pretty busy.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say because you said you're a bit lost. I was like, oh, we'll have you over for dinner, but honestly, would that be more of a hindrance if you're so close?
Well, yeah,
to-
and then I got to go all the way to
yeah,
where you live.
yeah, that is a hindrance to be fair.
It's not far.
I'll have a steak with you one night. How about that? Or that
You
was
come to where I am.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's just one king bed.
oh no, I didn't mean like no. I'm assuming at the pub you have the steak. and
Oh,
then
you want to come to the pub?
I
Yeah,
didn't
you
like
come to the
sit
pub.
down and you like bed with you and
Yeah, no,
feed each
yeah.
other steak.
No, you can, you can come to the pub. for
Okay,
sure.
what night are we doing?
Oh, it's not locked in yet.
Yeah,
I don't
we'll
know.
just-
We'll try and figure that out.
No concrete plans.
Nothing set in stone.
It's play by ear kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Do you
Yeah.
think when we move back to Adelaide, like will we hang out?
Of
Because I'll
course,
go
we
back
always
to
hang
having no friends again. So
We always hang out.
Yeah, there'll be like heaps of stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
Tons
Yeah?
of stuff.
heaps of stuff.
great. Like Saturday nights.
Oh, I mean, I'm pretty
Saturday
busy
nights
on
are pretty
Sat-
busy.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's not a
Saturday
good day
probably
for
not
me.
like a weekend thing, but like
Yeah.
week thing. Like I'd say between like
Oh.
between like 2 and 8.
Yep.
Tons of time to
That's
hang.
our time. That's like team
Tons
time.
of time to hang.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. 2 to 8.
2
always,
to 8
always
weekdays.
free for the team.
I used to have Macy, and now she's in Melbourne, so I need a friend.
Mm. You like the gym?
Yeah, I'll make more gym friends, I guess.
Mhm.
That's all right. Yeah. it's okay.
You
Hey,
were
Time to play a game of did I gain weight or lose weight on my trip?
Also, remember to do your icks. We'll come back to that.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
Did you gain weight or lose weight?
Yeah.
I think, covering off how many steps you did, I'd say lose weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Whenever you travel, I don't know what it is. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's because you change your eating routine.
No, not necessarily.
Or the
I
walking. I don't know.
Dude, I stacked it on after I went to Bali in September. But I was also like,
Different
very
kind of
skinny when
holiday
I,
though, right?
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
no,
And
you
Bali,
were-
you just sit and drink and eat, and you
Yeah.
don't really walk anywhere.
Yeah.
No, but sightseeing and all that.
There was a
those
lot of
times-
sightseeing.
Yeah. They always lose weight. Always. It's weird.
It's the best way to do it, isn't it?
But I
You're full
lost.
How
of
much did you
life.
lose?
Oh, like it was like it was basically it wasn't like I lost 3 kilos. Like
Yeah.
it was just like I weighed myself before and it was like 600 grams less. So it's basically the same thing. But I was also like
It's like a
Not-
medium poo.
yeah, that's it. But I was also when I was eating and drinking, it wasn't good. You know what I mean? Like it was just
Right. No, I did Kentucky for 5 weeks, which was non-stop drinking.
5-week Kentucky.
Yeah. Oh, so good. Non-stop drinking, but I lost so much weight.
'Cause of all
And
the
I don't
walking.
know how that. I guess I have no idea how that
Because your
worked.
liver was just crying out for help. Just burning whatever it could. It happened to be fat.
But I also did that thing. I told you guys how I did this. I never bought food I
Yeah,
just
you just
ate
ate like a
everyone's
rat.
leftovers.
Like a rat.
So maybe it was that. I don't know.
I can't believe you would have been known as like the rat girl. Like you were the leftover girl.
Well, I didn't spend a lot of money. Really, it was great.
Sarah and I had a little party on the way home of the plane.
Horizontal.
No.
No, economy on the way home.
Oh, you did.
But
didn't
once
you?
you've lived that business life, you expect a little more. So I was pretty frequent with the buzzer, and then they got to the point where they were just like, oh,
Sir.
they're like, double pour, sir. I'm like, yes, please. Daddy needs his grape juice. How else am I going to get a creamy mouth after? That was also why I needed KFC when I got home, because they were just like, they knew after a while. They're like, top up? Oh yes, please.
That's good.
But that's part of the gig. I mean,
I mean, it doesn't come out of their pay.
that's it.
Yeah, right. Okay. I had a heinous flight coming back because, I hate flying now. And they did that thing where they were like, all right, so the first 2 hours of this flight is going to be really nice and smooth. And then we're going to hit some severe turbulence.
I think there's a Fiji thing where there's a certain spot where
the
you
East
hit it.
Coast or something. And I just lost it
was
from
it
that
bad?
point. It was horrendous. It was
When
so
you mean lose it, what do you
shocking.
mean? Like shaking? Like
I was like crying, and I was just having a full panic attack. And Christian did a great job. He was just like, "You're fine." And then the
Like
worst.
a real man was over handling that. You're fine.
No, he did. He was just like, "Yeah, you're fine. You're fine."
Try not to worry about it.
And yeah, no, but I was having a full meltdown, and then the worst thing happened, which I hate it when everyone pretends that it's fine and everyone's being calm. That makes me more stressed. If everyone was freaking out, I think I'd feel more like validated. But everyone was pretending to be fine. And then midway through, like seatbelt signs on, everything's flying everywhere. The girl behind me presses her call button. And I was like, oh, okay, she's freaking out too. And then she's like, can I get a chicken wrap? And the flight attendant was like, okay, like trying to like stabilize themselves and like walk. And they bring her and she's just chowing down this freaking chicken wrap. And I'm there like bawling my eyes out.
But that's the thing. You have a button in front of you and you press it and you get stuff for free, basically. The stuff
magic.
you've paid for it. Like, you just
I was
enjoy
on
it.
Jetstar, so.
Well, I mean, that's one of Australia's most respected airlines, so I'm sure they would.
Oh,
they'd sort
yeah,
you out.
yeah. But it was like
For
$12
a
a drink.
fee.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
So I had my water. It was fine. But yeah, it wasn't like your flight at all. Yours sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Who'd you fly with on the way back?
Qatar still. So it's, yeah. The Qatar's, Qatar's good.
Yeah.
If you're making that long haul trip, like the economy was good as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, they look
Because
after
going
you,
from business to economy, that would be harsh.
Yeah, but it's just like, I don't know, it's still pretty good. Like the food's like actually tasty and like it's.
But more like your legs and your feet and like sitting upright.
Yeah, I don't know. I was sort of so exhausted that I was just sort of, and then I was just on a bit of a natural high from the gig, just making and had internet, which is good. So I was
Yeah.
like, I was chopping up TikToks, putting TikToks up,
Nice.
keeping myself busy, you know.
Oh, sweet.
Let's do your X belt.
Yeah, I don't know. Now I feel like I'm a bit off.
No, go on.
Nah, I'm off them.
How many do you have?
3.
I'll tell you what, if we like 2 out of 3 of them, you can come to our secret dinner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if we like 2 out of 3.
Well, you just obviously going to say you don't like them.
Well, you
then.
gotta play the
just-
game if you want to win.
Play the game, play to win.
Come on.
Lead with your strongest, or don't make it interesting. You know.
Surprise
no, see,
us.
now I'm doubting all of them. You're going to hate
I'm sure
all
that'd
of
be
them.
good. I like
No,
it.
I wrote these down because Christian did all of them.
Mhm.
And I just wrote them down because I remember when we used to do Ix all the time, I'd always write, it was just like, oh, write that down, write that
I
down.
will give you the gladiator thumb. You know, in the gladiator
Yep.
films, he puts his thumb out to the
Joaquin.
side,
Oh, yeah.
and it's either kill them or let them live.
Yep,
Mm.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, all right, Bill, you give us the ick, and then Liam
Okay,
can give us
first
some.
one is if you're out eating or drinking somewhere, and the seating is booth seating, and you have to do the shuffle down the booth, and I watched him try and shuffle around it was like a U-shaped booth,
A
and he
shoehorn.
shuffled, and he was like, "Come sit," and I literally was like, "I can't sit. You are so less of a man."
Liam's thumb is out. It's waggling.
Oh, bless.
Gets
I like
through.
it. I like the ick.
Thank
I
you.
also think it is it's a little emasculating anyway, sitting booth side, I think. Like I was in a restaurant recently and it was a group of guys and then we looked around and literally it was like a real first date spot. There was like 12 other people there. all the women were in the booth and
Yep.
all the guys were sitting, and we're like, how funny is that? Like
Yeah.
that everyone, whether that's just like, that guy walks in and is like, well, I don't want to be the odd one out, but everyone obviously just copied everyone.
well,
I just
yeah,
always
yeah.
have, when in our relationship, Sam always, I just know she likes the booth spot.
Yeah.
She likes to
Then
sit
again,
Girl always sits on the booth
sometimes the booth side isn't the view, so I ask, what would you know what I mean? Like sometimes you cop the booth and look like a bitch, but you're, there's a nice view.
Yep.
Aww.
But if I'm with my wife, I've always got a nice view.
Yeah, but no, I see
I
the
was
booth.
just about to say that as that's a great schmoozing tactic.
Yeah.
Honey, you have the view because I've always got a view.
Yeah.
No, the booth I'm talking about is one of those like U-shaped ones that can fit like 10 people.
Yeah.
Like a private one, and it's like a long shuffle.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
bad.
All right, next one.
Okay, the next one is like Christian. He's gym man, very like manly, tries to be, and bless him. He said something came out of his mouth that I was like, oh my god. We were eating dinner and he was really enjoying his meal. And then I said, oh, here, have some of mine, and like offered some. And as I held it up, he said, oh no, I won't because that'll ruin my palate. And I was like, what? And it is the most ladylike thing I've ever heard.
As in, like, it won't taste, if he has that, it won't taste as good.
He was like, he literally put his hand up and he's like, no,
What was
it'll
he
ruin
eating
my palate.
and what were you eating?
Well, I'll let you think of that. He was having some big ass meat thing. And I was having a nice veggie thing. And yeah, he looked and he said, no, it'll ruin my palate. And I never thought I'd hear the word palate come out of his mouth.
All right, Liam, going to put his thumb out now to make his decision. It's waggling. Looks like it might be going up on this one, actually. Oh, is it going up? Is it? Oh, no. The Caesar did not like that one.
That means you have one last chance, Belle. One last chance. And if I like this, you will feast upon the steak the pub has to offer. If not, we will do it on a mystery night. You'll be none the wiser. But we will come in the next day with a strengthened friendship.
And red wine jus dripping down our chin.
Lot of jus on the chin.
They had this peppercorn sauce. Oh, it was to die for.
Oh, I can imagine.
So good.
I can imagine.
I don't know how they got so much flavour in a gravy. All right, Belle, next one.
Well, no, because I'm scared now.
No, it's fine. Don't have to be scared.
You got to play the game.
Have a good run at it. And let's
Okay.
hope you've kept the best for last.
That would have been the smart tactic.
Absolutely.
Nah.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really nervous now. Another thing he did, which was on the holidays, which was very embarrassing. He was wearing light grey trackies, which usually women love, but he was wearing light grey trackies, went into the bathroom, came out, and had...
A little wee dot.
No, it wasn't that. No.
Oh.
He says it was from washing his hands, but it was a big wad of water all across his front, and tried to pretend that it was totally fine.
See, if you said wee dot, I think it would have been a straight play.
But now you made it harder for
You
Liam
made it harder.
to
The
decide.
Caesar sort of... You heard an audible laugh. I was like, great. Wee dot.
So funny.
So awesome.
Relatable.
Yeah. No. It wasn't that.
Well, he's not that gross.
And I know how important it is to both of us for you to come on the steak dinner, but you made this really hard for Liam. But I think he has to judge it honestly.
God, it's hard, isn't it? It's freaking hard. So what? Hang on, was it like a splash or was it a big...
I think it's like a line of water because the
No, it
sink
wasn't.
gets
No, it wasn't a
wet.
line. It was a splash. So I said, "Well, that's just wee that's sprayed up from the bowl," and he said, "No." And then he tried to play cool, and he was like, "No, it's not. It's from washing my hands." And I was like, "It's absolutely not." It was like 50 wee dots, in my opinion.
Sounds like she's trying to change the story.
Yeah, I know. I'm like trying to make it more wee dotty. I'll play it.
Whoa.
Oh my god, really?
It's good.
Oh my god, really?
Good. You can come to this dinner.
Oh my god.
You can come to the dinner.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, I like the wee dot stuff.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Thank you so
Well done, Belle.
much.
Well
It's such an honour. It's my own Ben and Liam award.
Yeah, well, it's not quite that because that's very hard to get. That's very, very hard to get.
Well, we haven't locked in a plan yet, so when we know, you'll know.
Okay. I'll pay for your drinks.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Just please let me go.
You don't have to pay for our drinks.
Because it normally is a 3 pepperoni rule.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to talk about that too.
The Gabba Goodbye.
Yeah.
If you would like to come to the Gabba Goodbye,
we're doing that now.
RSVPs are very open.
Yeah.
blb@novaentertainment.com.au. That is next Thursday. So we're almost a week away.
Yep.
Send through, have a look at the menu online. Just search Sopranos. It's in South Melbourne. You can't miss it. Have a look at the menu. It's also posted in the Pod Squad.
Yeah.
Might be hard to find it though. You have to scroll down a bit.
Yeah, we need to pin that.
I would just search Sopranos restaurant in South Melbourne. Have a look at the menu, and we're going to pay for everything, so you can attach what you want us to order for you.
That's pretty much it.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
And that's it!
Liked that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Bell.